Hello, welcome to From Our Own Correspondent with me, Pascal Harter. Today, the travails of a travelling Indian vegetarian. First though, we check up on Chad. Celeste Hicks in Chad. Vineet Kare of our Hindi service has been travelling all over Africa for the BBC. Back home in India, there's nothing unusual about his no-meat diet. But out on the road, he needed to be well prepared.
I was very young, but the grainy pictures remain etched in my soul. I stood horrified as I watched a man slitting a goat's throat. The animal's body pulsed violently, but slowly fell still. A small stream of blood formed a puddle, then after a while soaked into the dust. This can never be my food, I silently told myself. My family are observant Hindus, so we never ate beef and didn't consume much other meat. But my parents sometimes could not resist the temptation of non-vegetarian food. My wife loves chicken, so you can imagine the complaining I have to live with. I always crave chicken and I cannot have it because of you, she keeps telling me. So one of the first things for me on any foreign visit is to explore the options for vegetarian meals. I already knew that combining my diet with travel could be tricky. Once in Istanbul's famous Grand Bazaar, a hotel owner simply burst out laughing when I asked for vegetarian food. On trips to East Asia, Egypt or Russia, I had spent a lot of time constantly on the lookout for any vegetarian option at all. So while planning for the 11-day trip to Africa to report about China and India competing for influence there, I knew I had to be prepared. Along with clothes and accessories, I stuffed my suitcase with packets of lemon rice, vegetarian biryani, a spicy Indian dish of rice flavored with saffron or turmeric, and matar paneer or cheese cooked with peas and boiled rice, all ready to eat once dunked in hot water for 5 minutes. I guess some people still feel vegetarian cooking just means throwing in some leaves of any chopped vegetable into a frying pan and serving it on a plate once it's begun to look cooked. I have seen many dishes like this on airlines, and the food on the flight to Addis Ababa was no different. Once in Addis, as experience had taught me, I made full use of the breakfast on offer, filling myself up with toast, milk or anything else without meat. Who has the time to hunt for vegetarian food when there is work to do? But ordering a vegetarian dish in any Ethiopian restaurant involved first scouring the menu, checking the ingredients carefully, and if in doubt, seeking my British colleague Philip's help. He would very patiently look again, then warn me about something meaty hidden away near the end of the list. Otherwise, I was forced to dig into my stock of packets. The next destination was Mozambique, which I was told would be the toughest. Even if I wanted to explore the capital Maputo, I could not really, because it started shutting down by 7 in the evening. Can you get me something vegetarian? I pleaded with our hotel's chef on my second day. A brief silence followed. I'll try and get you vegetarian curry, she said gently. 20 minutes later, an assortment of shredded vegetables marinated in thin, watery gravy lay on my table. 20 minutes later, an assortment of shredded vegetables marinated in thin, watery gravy lay on my table. She graciously stood by me, waiting for my reaction. I could not have been nasty to her, even though my taste buds struggled to figure out what it was I was eating. In Nairobi, to my delight, I found a hotel run by an Indian company. It felt slightly better to be eating something that resembled Indian food, although I was stumped when I heard they sell beef samosas there. I would never eat one, and my parents back in India would not either. So my travels confirmed two things. I could survive abroad as a vegetarian. But I was happy to be home with the delicious chapati or flatbread with chopped potato and cauliflower served with curd and pickles.
Vineet Kare back on blissfully familiar ground food-wise. And we'll be back soon with more from our own correspondent.